Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you a beginner's guide to flipping in retail. So what we're going to be flipping are items that do not sell on the region-wide auction house, things like mounts, pets, transmogs, collectibles and other hard to obtain items. Now I have a group of over 10,000 hand-picked items that I've picked over the years to flip. And now to get access to my exact groups and my operations for TSM, and also a step-by-step guide on how to flip in retail and in Wrath Classic, you can get all of that inside of my flipping guide, which will be the first link down below in the description box. And you just come to this part right here and you import the TSM strings, which have the groups and also the operations for the groups to sell them profitably every single time, no matter what. So everything that you're buying, you'll be selling profitable no matter what. You can't go wrong with it, and you just plug it in and you can do exactly what I'm doing. Now let's get right into the beginner's guide. So to start off with, you're going to need your groups, and you're going to want to head to the auction house and go to browse, select the groups that you want to run. Some that have, say, thousands of items may take longer than others, so you can pick a few at a time of the groups, or you can do one at a time, or you can do all of them and just AFK for a while, come back and the scan will be done. So with this scan, what you're doing is you're basically scanning your auction house to see what items are worth buying. So the percent on the side, you can see in the blue writing, that is the market value on this realm. So the lower that is, means the better the deal is for the item. Now, when you're looking at items to actually buy, you want to look at a few numbers on the TSM tooltip. So you want to look at the market value, the region market value, and the region sale sold. So you want to look at all three of them things, and this will give you a rough price of what the item is actually worth. So the region sale average is the average price across all the realms on your region that item goes for. So what I like to do is only buy items that are cheaper than the market value, the region market value, and the region sale average. So all three of them numbers need to be lower than what I'm actually paying for the item. And in my eyes, that is a really good flip. You can't go wrong. Means you're having a good flip on your realm, and then even for prices across your region, across different realms, you're still buying the item for a really good price. Now, another thing to look at when you are flipping and buying your items is the sell rate. The higher the sell rate, the better. However, with transmogs and collectibles, you can have it be fairly low and still get the sales. You just got to make sure that there's enough profit on the flip for you that it'll be worth waiting a decent amount of time. But when you're doing this sort of flipping, your main goal is to build up an auction house full of a whole heap of flips, like around 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 different items that you've brought just to flip. And this way you'll see very consistent sales, having 10 to 50 sales per day of really expensive collectibles. And that is how you do it the best way. So when you're buying items, what I recommend doing is buying anything and checking out anything that is below around 30% of the market value. You can go a little bit higher, but the lower the percent is of the market value, the better. The more profit you'll have from the flip. So like I mentioned before, you really want to make sure it's got a decent sell rate. For transmog, anything over like 0.01, and the item does sell. So you want to make sure it's got some sort of sell rate. The higher the better, obviously, especially if you're going to be investing into more than one of the item. If you're going to be buying a lot of them, you want to make sure that sell rate is a bit higher than normal. This way you'll be able to sell all of them fairly quickly. Now with the groups and operations from the flipping guide, you'll be able to repost the items at a profitable price no matter what, no matter how much you paid for the item. The operations are set up to always make at least 50% of what you paid for the item or more, so 50% profit or more. And you get that from just putting in the import strings from the flipping guide. As you can see, we're posting them all up. We use TSM for all of this. Just use the TSM posting macro, and you can spam your mouse wheel up and down, and it'll post the items as quick as possible. Now, this is the main way that I like to flip, and there are other ways, and there are 4 other methods that I teach inside of the flipping guide to do other sorts of flipping, like market resetting, material flipping, cross round flipping, just a whole heap of different methods of flipping. And it also has a flipping guide for Wrath Classic if you want to do some flipping on Wrath Classic. Now that the token has came out on Wrath Classic, it's very easy to flip your way up to a token worth within a month flipping materials on Wrath Classic. So that is also inside of the flipping guide if you want to go ahead and check that out. And as you can see, we've made a decent amount of gold in the past week or so. We've had some really good flips on the glorious plate legs. As you can see, we've been selling them for around 130k, 120k. So that's some really nice profits on those. However, guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Flipping is a great way to make a lot of gold, and you only have to put in, say, 10 to 15 minutes per day buying items and relisting items, and it's a very easy way to make a lot of gold in the game. However, guys, if you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe for more content. And also, like I mentioned before, if you want to get my exact TSM groups and operations for flipping, you can get that inside of my flipping guide, and you also get step-by-step guide on how to actually flip in retail and Wrath Classic inside of that. And that'll be the first link down below in the description box. However, guys, if you enjoyed the video, I'll see you in the next one. Let's go.